Ollie's. Good stuff, cheap. Wednesday, you know what that time is. It's Goodwill and Thrift Shop Day. Hi there, guys. This is Rocky Red Panda, the host of the Artist Show. Welcome to this another installment of this vlog. America runs on Dunkin'. No, I'm not advertising for Dunkin' Donuts. I just love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Coffee in general. Coffee is addicting. Good coffee. Well, let's go straight into my thank yous of the week. Now, I want to first give a big thank you to Miss Angst Femwolf for appearing on the show as the Artist of the Week. Yes, now this will be her second appearance. As you remember, Miss Hannah was in the first episode of the Artist Show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, it's always great to have local artists appear on the show. She is from Hagerstown, Maryland. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, you are going to your first convention, which is coming up in a few weekends. Of course, I'm not going to be going myself, but I expect to see lots of photos, videos, and worst of all, best of all, have fun. And we'll see you when you get back. But let's go ahead and also thank Mr. Pony and Will, FIFA World Cup 2018. Go! Excuse me there. Yep, they did a fantastic show together. Of course, during our little prelims, we did it with just Pony and then realized Will wanted to be involved too. So they had a little healthy bet between them. Whoever's bracket wins during the World Cup has to buy the other a jersey. Yes, up to $100. No more. Up to $100 is what they have to spend on a jersey. Whoever's bracket wins. So good luck to both of you. And again, thank you for appearing on the show. Now, if you didn't see that episode of the Artist Show, it is actually within my YouTube. So definitely check it out. It should be the latest one at the top, episode number 3. FIFA World Cup 2008 Special Edition. Now, the video itself, talking about the editing, was quite long. It was originally 2 hours and 8 minutes, but I had to downsize and condense the video so it would fit to a 1 hour to 30-minute time frame, which I think it came out to about 1 hour and 25 minutes, which is pretty cool. So you're not going to see the whole interview I did with the soccer with Pony and Will. But what I am going to do for you guys is I'm going to upload that whole entire segment to my YouTube later tonight. So definitely check out the rest of the video if you wish. Now, as you remember, on the Artist Show, you saw a new video, which is entitled Weekend Travelers. Now, as I talked about, that is a travel series I used to do back from 2015 and 2016. That was where I was originally going to be posting Think Outside the Bus, an East Coast adventure. But I decided to bring it back. Now, why did I stop doing it before? Give me a second. I crashed. I crashed hard. I did so many shows and filming and episodes. I was the cameraman. I was the editor, and I wanted to be in the videos. I wanted to be recording the videos. I had an idea of how the videos should be, what they're going to be like. Because I've been watching, Rick Steves, who is one of my favorite travelers, Rick Steves Europe, and I wanted to do something similar to that, but for America. And of course, I crashed hard, so it didn't last that long. I think my last video I did was a few videos for Civil War themed with Charlie Fennell and some trips we did, which were pretty cool. But I decided, let's bring it back. So I did. And the video you saw would be the first of many videos, which I figured instead of doing them all at once, I'm going to do it once a month, which means I won't burn out as quickly. So we're going to call this Weekend Travelers Season 2.0. So definitely check it out. I'm probably going to upload them to my Weekend Travelers page, and I'll be posting the videos on here. So definitely check out that page. I'll have a link below, and you can like that page as well. Now, speaking of my page, you probably saw that it was a little bit different. Well, I got fancy. Oh my god, I got a little excited. I figured out how to change thumbnail images for all your videos. Oh my god, this was so much fun. So I did all the thumbnails for my videos, and they look absolutely amazing. Now they're a little bit more professional. And I also introduced a new show to my thing, which I'm going to do once a week, called Art with Rocky, where I've been getting requests, why don't you do live draws or draws since you're an artist? Well, now you get to see me do some drawing. But it may not be as some people wish. They're saying, why don't you do it traditional? Why don't you do it the old-fashioned way? Well, I have an answer for you guys, and it's a medical reason. Now, when I first started doing art, I used to do it old-fashioned. Pen, paper, traditional way of drawing. And then it was until about 2012, 2013, I got my first device, which was a Samsung Galaxy Note 2. I started doing all of my art using that Samsung device. Then I got the Samsung Note 3, and then from the Note 3, I ended up getting a Samsung Note 12, Samsung Note 12.2 Pro, which was a really cool device. And then from there, I ended up with, I'm trying to remember the order, I believe it was a Note 5. Yes, I got a Note 5. And then I got the Surface 3, not the Surface Pro, but the Surface 3. And I absolutely hated the Surface. Don't ask me why. And somewhere in the middle between all that, I had the Wacom tablet, which you drew, plugged into a USB, and you would draw. Looking at, that was just atrocious. And then I ended up with a Samsung Tab A with S Pen. And then now to what I am currently using, which is my Samsung Galaxy Note 8. By the way, great device. And my iPad Pro 2 with the Apple Pencil. They're all fantastic. But getting back to the picture. Wow, that was a little venture. I wasn't expecting to go there. But getting back to the picture. Now, why don't you do traditional work anymore? You're not a real artist unless you do traditional work. I've been hearing that so often. Well, the medical reason is, this is my dominant writing. This is my dominant drawing hand. My right hand. When I draw traditional or write, my hand cramps and it gets very, very sore. Now people's like, why don't you work through that pain? You know, you're not a real artist and blah, blah, blah. Well, the medical reason. I was told by a doctor if I continued to draw like that, I would end up with carpal tunnel syndrome or tendonitis in my hand. Now remember, this is also the hand I hold a guitar pick when I play guitar. So I can't do that. You know, my health comes first before my art, but I still need to produce the art. So what I found is, like devices like my Note 8, for instance with the S Pen, I can draw traditionally or digitally using the S Pen the same way I would be able to draw using a pen and paper, but the pressure, I'm not pressing as hard, so it doesn't hurt as much on my hand, which allows me to get some more art done and get what I need to be finished commission-wise without the pain. I found a solution and I'm sticking with it. Now, sometimes when I draw, I have to wear a wrist arm thing, which is kind of like a half glove with your fingers sticking out, which also helps with the pain. That's only if my hand gets very painful. It gets to the point where Tylenol or Motrin will not solve that problem. So, For all you people out there that keep telling me, why don't you draw traditional? You should. I have a medical reason, folks. So please bear with it and enjoy the art that you get. Well, let's go and see. I did the thank yous. I talked about my art and blah, 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 blah. Boom. Well, it is Wednesday. And Wednesday is the week, as I've been telling you about Goodwill finds, is the week in my area where Unity Aid has 50% off, and certain thrift stores in my area get new stock in. So I was able to go to a thrift shop today, or a thrift store, and I found some fantastic finds. So I'm actually going to show it to you because this is pretty cool. I mean, it's awesome, but let's go ahead and talk about a few things. First one, this was found actually not this week, but a few weeks ago. Last week, I forgot to show it in my last episode, but my dad brought this home from a thrift store downtown Gettysburg. This is pretty cool. I love it. This is suspenders. I can use these for work. And look at the color. They're my favorite color. Blue. As you can tell by my walls. I love blue. Now, at Unity Aid, which the one I went to is in Hanover, Pennsylvania, it's Community Aid, excuse me. Everything was 50% off today. So I was able to pick up these two. We'll start with this one. Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. And one of my favorite movies that was based upon a graphic novel, which I have still yet to find this graphic novel. And if anyone knows where I can find it, leave a comment below. Ghost World, starring Twyla Tharp, whatever her name is, this one right there. I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my absolute favorites, and I recommend this one to everyone. Now, this one was only $2.99, and this one was only $2.99, so I only paid about 50% off, about $1.25 for each of these, so about $3 for both, which is not a bad deal. Now let's talk about Goodwill. Now, that's where I got even more luckier. Now at Goodwill, I found this. This is Minecraft Lego number 21113 called The Cave. This is unopened, brand new. Now on Amazon, they're selling this for about $40. eBay, between $22 to $25. Walmart, from what I've been told, sells this for about $20. Now, I paid $7.99 for this, which is not a bad deal. This was the color of the week, so you take 50% off of that, and I only paid about 3 something, which is not a bad deal. I'm going to put this right here. Now, this one is my favorite. Oh my god. Cards Against Humanity. A party game for horrible people. Who would think to find this at a Goodwill? This made my day. I've always wanted to own a copy of this game. And now I have it. But yet, now I have to buy all this, use all my money to buy expansions and everything for this to make this a cool, but this is what you call a repackaged Cards Against Humanity. I have no idea where this came from, but definitely save. Cards Against Humanity main originally was $25 and repackaged. Now, I think I paid about $12 for this. Not a bad deal. Now, this little Minecraft Lego, this will be going into the donation box of stuff I am saving for Western PA for a weekend. So for those that are going to Western PA for a weekend, you may see this come up in the auction. And then last but not least, this is not a Goodwill find, but we also visited Ollie's. Good stuff, cheap. And at Ollie's, I found 3 things. Let's start with this last one first. This one is a comic book called CBGB OMFUG. It's called Comics Never Rocked Like This. This is Boomtown. It's pretty cool. I like the inside. It's pretty cool art. I don't know anything about this series, but this was only $2. I hope it's pretty good. I'm going to check it out. Now, one thing I did find that I am a huge fan of is by an author called Brian Jaquez. He passed away in the 2000s, but these are two of his books. The one most commonly known people know as Redwall, Martin the Warrior, Moss Flower, just to name a few. But this one's called The Sable Queen. Now, Brian Jaquez, he writes novels about furry little creatures going on adventures in this mythical land. And I absolutely love his stories. Now, this one is by Brian Jaquez. It's called Doom White, A Tale from Redwall. Now, let me turn it on to the back. That's Brian Jaquez himself. Now, for both of these books, it's to add to my collection of Brian Jaquez books, which I'm hoping to get the whole collection. I paid, they're about $2 a piece. Their original price was $19.99. So, not a bad find for my favorite author. Mind, I do have a cheat sheet. I like to look over to see where I'm going. Alright, so let's end with next week's guess. Well, first I need some coffee. Let's talk about next week's guests. I'm still working on next week's guests. I'm hoping to get Mr. Logan, the musician, one of my friends I went to college with, who lives in Hanover, to appear on my show. We're right now in talks. We're going to have him do some live music and talk about his music career on a show. We're also going to have a segment. We're going to have a live segment from the Artist of the Week. Now, this Friday, which is coming up in a few days, I do a monthly art meet in my area with a bunch of local artists. Now, for the Artist of the Week, I plan to interview some of those artists and have them appear live on the show. And we're going to see what we can do with that. It's going to be pretty cool. And then the video we're going to be showing is a little trip I'm going to be doing this Sunday to Harper's Ferry and Antietam. Now, I haven't been there in a while. I'm excited to go back. The weather's going to be nice. It's spring. It's going to be beautiful out. So you're going to see some of the trees blossom. You're going to go to historic places. You're going to see a lot of things. It's going to be a pretty cool video. Well, let's see. I mentioned weekend travelers. I mentioned everything. So, time to rip this bad boy up. And that is my vlog of the week. So until next time, guys, catch you on the flip side.